A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Malachi Tony, last time out, more than 150 yards and a couple of trips to the end zone. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He'll return it from around the 50. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. So Pittsburgh's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
I think for years, you talk Miami Hurricanes, a big key for them winning national championships or competing for them has always been their play up front, right? You think all the way back to Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp, to just recently, David, with Bain and Mesidor on Miami's national championship run getting to that game, they've got big-time NFL athletes up front.
Huge athletes, explosive athletes, twitchy athletes. Jason Taylor being the coach down there for a while, obviously working those guys, a Hall of Famer you get to work with, you get to develop. So it's almost plug and play every year, man, now. You're starting to see Miami defensive linemen that are some of the best players in college football. And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Hit right back to the line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. Turns up, it's Yates. Got him right there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just got rid of that one.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island.
Oh, they block it.
And And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick give. It's Fletcher. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Mensah to throw. They're all over him. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And now the hit knocks it loose. Oh, and he recovers it. Man, you want to talk about having his back, and they averted disaster on that one. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Lee. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Mensah. Out wide right, it's Vaughn. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hurricanes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Vaughn. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage, because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying the run, it's Fletcher. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's changing the play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Straight ahead, it's right. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. This time they'll throw it. Look out! Right side, it's Kent. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st. Makes the catch. It's Lee. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. Fires quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
From the gun, it's right. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to squeak through the pile. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Hauls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Setting up the screen. Stopped short of the 1st down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Stopped right there.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Turning it on! That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Trucks through the defender. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Throwing, Mensah. Still looking to his right. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gets rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Fresh setter downs going to the air. On the run, fires downfield. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll move the wide receiver. Hits inside, it's right. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the wideout. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Blasted as he lets it go. The pass ball's incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Grab behind the line. It's Kent. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And here comes the offense on second down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Snagged in the middle. It's Yates. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's right. Gets away from one. He's got space. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone. Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. Out wide right, it's Lee. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! That one will give them the lead.
And And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
Offside.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Fielded in the end zone, it's Compton. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Fletcher. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Mensah to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down to the air. Under pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And he avoids the sack.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Mensah. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit as he throws. Right side, it's Vaughn. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide right, it's Yates. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick give, it's Smith. Makes his man miss. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Grab behind the line. It's Hicks. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Right side, it's Lee. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Rushes on. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Straight ahead, it's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They run the reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Wide receiver going in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. Play action on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has it with really good field position. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they moved out front here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Look out! Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And that's the final timeout for Pitt. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Try to barge their way in. Knocked down immediately.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing Mensah into the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Offense gets set for second down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking the deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season.